sacks. Ailman earn it. 250 yards. That's great.
OBJ is back.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. This will be taken very short. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Bell, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. There he goes, right side. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And New York set to take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The offensive starters now for the Jets.
And our attention will be concentrated and centered on number 26, Le'Veon Bell. Remember, he sat out all of 2018, so it'll be interesting to see if he can shake off the rust and whether his fresh legs will carry him to new heights in New York.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Now, overall, 2nd leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mack Wilson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they...
It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken short. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain, and it's 2nd down. These 5th-rounders, and to use him as an example, maybe you take a little bit of a flyer on someone, hope you hit goal.
Exactly, because when you get into the 5th round, you're usually not counting on him to become a starter right away, but we've seen so many times 5th, 6th, 7th, undrafted free agents who come in and make their way, and in a big way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing again is Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if he's going to reach.
He's got it at the 15.
Oh, what a
and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
This is Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Hey, Haywood! Get me set for Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The sack by Jordan Willis.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. You think back to last year when these two teams met in Week 3. That was a big one for the Browns franchise and for Baker Mayfield. Mayfield came in relief from Tyrod Taylor and broke the Browns' 19-game losing streak, beating fellow rookie Sam Darnold 21-17. And after the game, a lot of you will remember Browns management unlocking the, shall we call them, refreshment fridges that had been padlocked for so long until the Browns got that victory. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Mayfield, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
80 weapon.
On second down now, it's Bell, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Bell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety, Jamal Adams. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He was brought down by Brandon Copeland.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the 17, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
180. 53. Mike. Pick me up.
They'll run with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think...
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
We will have 2 weeks in the books once this one wraps up. More football coming your way, though, Thursday night. We start week 3 with a good one in the AFC South. Titans and Jags from Jacksonville. Kickoff for that one, 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 on the West Coast. And since we should have Marcus Mariota involved, 2:20 for our friends in Hawaii. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Mayfield now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round, but they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke up a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football right to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Third and long for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one.
Darnold, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Jets on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Darnold, caught here by Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run it with Bell, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Tackle made by Demarius Randall. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback, so we'll get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Darnold now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
That one, a gain of 20 in a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
A gain of 6 there on first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
Phil Dawson on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think in a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
Run. Hey, exit.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Alert! Hey, orbit. Check 53 is mine. Let's go, defense.
From the gun, Mayfield dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Be a long game for you. Hey, switch gears. Hey, alert 33.
First down, Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Bravo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Point it right. Slam. Regular.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Point it right. Hey, echo.
From the red zone now, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Seibert's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Darnold, he's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Henry Anderson, his second sack of the night.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
First down.
Hey, let's go. 57. Run. No game on this defense, no game. 57.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught by OBJ. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And running room schedule. Here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Double tight, guys. Double red, lady.
They'll go again with Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. On 1st down, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Darnold hitting his tight end, Herndon, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Darnold from the red zone now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down but away and bring up 2nd down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They run it again with Chubb. And another tackle broken. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards. First
Check
down.
Mike 57, Mike 57. I'm here all day. Check safety, check safety. Hey, alert 33. Hey, Alpha.
Mayfield now from the 50. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf, 50 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On second down, it's Bell. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This one caught by Crowder. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx
Maybe
it?
jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this, up to the 4.
Chubb's done. Not bad, though. Decent. Yeah, not decent. Shitty game, really.
41-yard line.
Last stop.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Squeeze, double, double.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Jets. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Herndon's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And it's scooped up by the Jets.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Mayfield going. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf, 54 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Pollard. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama, Mack Wilson. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, turn it out. 53's the mark.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll run forward with Pollard, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And Demaryius Thomas, what a catch there. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd down and 10, Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Myles Garrett. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach is down.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
What?
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now here's Pollard. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. He's coming.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run with Pollard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Tony Pollard with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. Just a little bit of a rough.
I got my rushing yards? Let me see. 6 yards, okay.
6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Darnold now to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.